The bombshells keep coming. Just the bombshells. It's just straight up Hiroshima on R. Kelly. R. Kelly accuser says she was forced to lie during a 2019 interview. Yeah, man. One of R. Kelly's accusers said Tuesday she was forced to lie and coached by fallen R&B star during a 2019 interview, during which she defended him against allegations of sexual abuse. The woman who testified in Brooklyn federal court that she had a years-long relationship with the singer started when she was 17, said she and another alleged victim were prodded to do the now infamous CBS interview with Gayle King. The woman identified as Jane Doe 5 said Kelly remained in the they stayed on script. Kelly was in the hotel room, said the woman, now 23. He did a cough that he usually does so everyone knows he is there, letting us know that he was in the room with us. During the interview, Doe vehemently defended Kelly, saying she and another woman were in a consensual relationship with the singer and accusing her parents of lying about the arrangement. On Tuesday, she said Kelly had the two women do the March 8, 2019 interview with King to counter the claims in the Netflix series Surviving R. Kelly, which detailed years of abuse of young women by the singer. He would ask us to write down questions and answers when we were alone to go over with him, Doe testified. During the 2019 interview, Doe was at times combative with King, claiming she was in love and in a relationship with Kelly, sugarcoating what she now calls an abusive, controlling relationship that lasted years. We're with him, she told King at the time, and we're in a relationship with him. We both have our individual relationships with him, and we're all a family, all together. We have our moments where we sit and watch movies all together, she said. We go to amusement parks all together. King asked if the relationship was sexually. Doe answered, well, first of all, I'm not here to talk about my personal life, and I would never share with no one what I do in or outside of the bedroom. And as a woman, I'm sure you would not either. No, I wouldn't, King replied. Okay, next question. Doe shot back. King also asked her about her parents' concerns. They say that you were brainwashed. King said, I talked to your dad last night, and he said my daughter is brainwashed, and he's very concerned. He said he was here 2 days ago, and you wouldn't even look him in the eye. Okay, Doe said, I wouldn't look him in the eye because he's a liar. He's a manipulative liar. She claims her parents even encouraged her to do sexual videos with Kelly and denied that she had sex with the singer when she was 17, as she testified in horrific detail during the testimony on Monday. On Tuesday, Doe conceded under questioning by Kelly attorney, Doris Chanik, that her parents tried to enter into business ventures with the singer at the time, including a proposal for a Bluetooth dildo. What the hell? The feature on this dildo was that when it was used, it would sync to the music. Chanik asked Doe. That's correct, she answered. What type? The question was going through my mind, how is it that the parents weren't alarmed or knew about this? I'm saying some of these parents gave their kids to R. Kelly because they wanted money. That's basically it. They wanted money. And this is just, wow. Just wow. Kelly confided in me later it was not something he could ever do, she added. Under questioning by Chanik, Doe also said Kelly told her that his associate had given my parents a few bricks of drugs for me. After being violated, devastated, and outraged, you flew out to meet him? Chanik asked her. She answered yes. On Monday, Doe testified that the Grammy winner gave her herpes and shamed her that she was broken, and also forced her to have an abortion in 2017. Wow. Doe also testified that she saw Kelly molest and abuse other young girls, saying she would be subjected to beatings and cruel punishment if she disobeyed him. Wow. She said at one point she was locked in a room for 3 or 4 days and was brutally beaten when she admitted that she told a friend about the sordid relationship. She testified that after another alleged transgression, Kelly forced her to have sex with a young man known as Nephew and filmed it, telling her he had been grooming nephews since he'd been young like me. This is some horror movie crap. This is something that this is something that you figured like what Tyler Perry would write, Calvin and Peele would write. You people think you're defending R. Kelly? Look, you people who are defending R. Kelly need to be ashamed of yourselves. You really do. You really do. In a letter, she said she wrote to Kelly, Doe expressed, "I'm not happy. I'm not being fulfilled sexually. On top of that, I'm getting spankings nearly every day," the letter said. "This isn't what I want in my life. I know this isn't what you want either." Kelly faces 9 counts of racketeering and violations of Federal Mann Act, a 1910 law that makes it a crime to transport any woman or girl across state lines for any immoral purpose. Doe is the second accuser to testify at the trial, which began last week. Kelly, who has been locked up since 2019, has denied all allegations. Yeah. This is ugly, man. This is just getting horrendously just this is just getting really it's getting ugly and messed up, man. And the thing is, the sad thing is, you will have black people, you will have some black people still defend R. Kelly, still defend him, still think he is somebody to be looked upon and admired. Oh, he didn't do it. It's white supremacy. Yeah, right. Sure, it's white supremacy. It's aliens. It's it's all types of oh God. Oh man. Man. R. Kelly shamed 17-year-old girl who he gave herpes, beat her with Nike Air Force One shoe, and she testifies. It's sad. This is just R&B superstar R. Kelly shamed a 17-year-old girl he gave herpes and later beat her with his size 12 Air Force One shoe. The still traumatized victim testified. The witness, who identified herself on the stand in Brooklyn federal court using the pseudonym name Jane, first met Kelly at the Dolphin Hotel in Orlando just days after getting his attention at an April 2015 concert. The underage victim hoped to get advice on how to make it in the music industry, but Kelly instead forced her to get naked and strut before performing or a sex act on her, she testified. So at that instance, you didn't feel like you had to leave or tell the cops when they broke into the hotel room, right? While we were alone in the bathroom, the 2 Florida police officers knocked at the door. Kelly yelled at Jane to get dressed in the bathroom, she said. That was her way out. Those cops coming there, that was her way out to the cops that R. Kelly sexually assaulted you. That was your way out. He was very obnoxious and scared, she testified. He said, "Are you 18? I said, yes. He said, "Don't lie to me." The officers were looking for Jane in response to a 911 call. 911 call from her parents, who contacted authorities after being unable to reach her. So this woman, you left your parents, had your parents worried sick about you, all for the fact to meet a total stranger just because he's R. Kelly. The man told you to strip naked, you stripped naked. You let him perform, he performed a sexual act on you, and you could have had a way out, but you didn't take it because the cops were there. That was your way out, to have him arrested. Kelly had made her turn off her phone because he feared being recorded, she testified. Officers looked at the girl's driver's license, which noted her age, but did not ask any questions about sex. I think those cops need to be fired. They said if Kelly was ever in Orlando and needed security, let them know. The alleged victim, who is now 23, testified. The victim's testimony comes during the second week of Kelly's sexual abuse trial. Robert Sylvester Kelly, 54, is accused of trafficking women and girls for illegal sexual activity. He's also accused of knowingly giving herpes to some of the victims, which is a crime in some states. After her initial meeting with Kelly in Orlando, Jane began traveling the country to attend R.Kelly shows on the singer's dime. She testified she had hoped to jumpstart her own singing career, but Kelly was much more focused on sex. She testified R.Kelly began introducing rules into the high school junior's life, instructing her to wear loose and baggy clothing and call him daddy. She testified. When the victim revealed that she had been texting a friend, the singer exploded in rage. She testified, "Are you ready to be honest?" Kelly asked her as he punched and slapped the 17-year-old. "He hit me all over." Then she testified the 6-foot Kelly beat her with his Air Force One shoe. Finally broke, said the victim, who stands just under 5 feet. The witness said she observed other beatings that Kelly delivered to his living girlfriends, including spanking, slaps, and punches. The Sex Me singer would also drag them by their hair and hit them with objects like shoes and cords, she testified. She said that Kelly spanked her so hard that her skin tore. But when she saw the violence against other girls and women, it only cemented her obedience to Kelly. "I felt like I needed to listen even more because that could happen to me," she said. In one horrifying example of Kelly's punishment for breaking rules, he forced the girl to film herself smearing feces on her face and mouth in the bathroom of one of his Chicago studios. She testified, "Good grief." Jane also recounted how Kelly infected her with herpes shortly after they met. Less than a month into knowing Kelly, the two had sexual intercourse for the first time. The singer did not mention that he previously been diagnosed with herpes. "I felt this man had previously given me something that he knew he had. Had purposely given me something he knew he had. He was agitated, and I said I could have gotten it from anyone," she recalled, even though she had never had sex with anyone else. That sucks. You're a virgin and you lost your virginity and end up getting herpes in the process. That sucks. Kelly had a heartless response to her constant herpes outbreaks after sex. "I think your pee is broken," she recalled him saying. She confessed her true age to Kelly in Chicago's Lincoln Park, telling him she was 17. He slapped her in the face, an open palm. He had never hit me ever before, she testified. But Kelly's anger quickly faded, and he told her he would speak to his attorneys about the situation. Wow. That is... that's insane, man. That's insane. My thing is like, you have women flocking to this man, scrambling to buy him food, bail him out. One woman had a daycare, and to bail him out, okay, was it worth it, knowing the fact that your daycare got a bomb threat? That's the thing. People, women are still flocking. And even on live streams saying, an old woman I remember seeing a couple of days ago, pink hair. "Oh, R. Kelly's innocent. He's innocent. The white people are trying to get him." You have black men who think he's innocent, just like how they think Brother Polite is innocent. This is crazy. Okay. It's nuts, man. It's nuts. Even with stuff with like Ramil Amir and prostituting an underage, 17-year-old girl. And it was on a live stream with Yvette. I think her name is Yvette. It's crazy. This is how it is in the black community. If you have talent, if you have sweat, if you have charisma, no matter what you do, no matter what immoral deeds you do, you're untouchable in their eyes, and it's always the white man out to get you. Okay? You see it with Bishop Eddie Long when he was molesting boys. You see it with James Cleveland, a black Christian entertainer. He was molesting boys as well. You see it with Malachi Z. York. He was a child molester, had a big cult following. You see with Brother Polite. Okay? He molested his girlfriend's 14-year-old daughter. DNA evidence on the 14-year-old victim's scarf and face. People still think he is innocent. You see it with African Bambaataa. KRS-One came to defend African Bambaataa. African Bambaataa molested a boy, probably others. People still defend Umar Johnson with his stripper controversy. Sad to say, in the black community, they lift these type of people up, but they shun the blacks like King Randall or other respectable blacks who actually care about the black community. It's sad. Sad world we live in. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Later.